Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. I would definitely sit there and say that this episode was good for the most part. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really feeling this whole, Sarah thinks that she's Renee Dumont or whatever the hell. I think that's her name, Renee Dumont. I'm not really feeling this whole thing. I'm just really not. Um, After she's examined by Stephen Kayla, she sneaks out and she goes to Zamero house. Now you got Tony's back, and he's sniffed talking to Anna, and he informs her that listen, just that uh, Sarah thinks that she's Renee. Yeah, that's an actual thing now. So, and then Sarah walks right on in, and she's all like, "Oh, get your hands off my Tony!" And like at that point, I'm gonna be honest, like this part of the episode, I just completely checked out. Let me know your thoughts on the comment section about Sarah being Renee. Like, is everyone happy about this? Like, are you enjoying this part of the story? I'm genuinely curious. I want to know. It's not working for me, but I hope it's working for someone. Um, Now Gwen has a dream, and at first I'm sitting there writing down or whatever because Gwen's dream is it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and Abby's there banging at the door, and Xander answers it, and Abby just spills all the tea. Oh, it was her. She kept Sarah away. This, that, and the third, just exposing her. You know, and Xander's like, well, how could you do this to me? This, that, and the third, and then she wakes up and like, oh man. But of course, that's not going to happen right away. On top of that, Abby doesn't know. Um, who is the person that's behind the kidnapping? As far as like kidnapping her and taking her to the island and stuff. She doesn't know who is the person that knocked her out. So for right now, she is somewhat safe. Um, when she wakes up, she lies about the dream that she has, and she gets a call from Ava. Now Ava is at the police station, and Chad is at the questioner like, which is kind of odd. I'm like, this dude must really have some pull to sit there and be in the interrogation room with Ava. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the cop's job, but okay, sure. Chad's like, yo, listen, I want to know who knocked her out. I want to know who knocked her out. And, Ava's like, oh, well, it's just a harmless prank. I was like, it's a harmless prank? Ava, you don't look like the type of person that does pranks or like anything that would involve like fun. Like Ava, I mean, don't get me wrong, but Ava has this. I mean, she can be crazy and she can laugh sometimes when she's in a good mood, but I wouldn't sit there and take her as a prankster. So she still sits saying, "Oh, I was just sitting there pranking her, and you don't really have anything on me, this, that, and the third." Now Chad's like, "Listen, you gotta sort of pass." And I mean, the DA is hungry. You gotta sit there and say it like that. She's out for blood. She wants to win. And you gotta sit there and ask yourself, do you want to sit there and go down for somebody else's crime? So when he leaves, Ava calls up Gwen and is like, yo, Gwen, you need to get over here. And at first Gwen's like, oh, she has the phone because Xander's like right next to her, but for some odd reason, Ava's either not talking loud enough or she done put that volume down to the minimus. But she goes down there because Ava's like, listen, got me at the police station and I feel like singing. Like when I feel like just throwing your name out because I'm not going to jail for this. So um, Gwen gets down there and she's dressed pretty much like the damn snowman. So long story short, Ava's like, listen, um, give me a reason because I'm not going down for this. So give me a reason why I shouldn't sit there and throw you under the bus. Oh, Gwen, you did all this. Let's just keep in mind she did all this to keep him in. Okay, she did all this gymnastics and everything like that, just sit there and keep him. And you know, before, when Gwen had a fight with Jack and stuff like that, I understood that, Xander was the only one that pretty much kind of had her back and everything. So she felt like she needed to keep him close because she didn't really have anyone else. It's a little kind of desperate, but whatever. But you made peace with your dad. You made peace with your dad. This whole lying and everything like that you're doing, I mean, let's be honest. You got jail time on top of the fact that he's going to leave you. That is the least of your troubles. Is worrying about how you're going to sit there and hold on to Xander. You got jail time at this point. Um, so it should be pretty interesting. And I'm sitting there thinking like, how would that look for Ava's rep? For her to be sitting there, um, snitching, pretty much. Like, how would that sit there and look for her rap? Hmm. Should be pretty interesting. Watching Gwen jump through all these gymnastics, it's just like, damn, girl, you are, oof, make me tired just looking at you. Now, Jack does call Xander. He's like, hey, listen, just that um, it wasn't really Sarah that cheated on you. It was Kristen. And, Xander's like, yeah, I know about that. But then Jack is like, yeah, but just that also when that time where she kind of broke up with you again, yeah, that wasn't really her, that was Ava. But we got Sarah back, and he's just about to sit there and tell her, oh, by the way, there's a caveat. See, she doesn't think that she's Sarah. He doesn't get a chance to say it because he hangs up the phone and he goes straight to the hospital. And Jennifer's like, did you tell him everything? And Jack was like, yeah, I tried. I got up to a certain part, and then he just kind of, hung up the phone and just ran out, apparently. So Sarah, after leaving, and I think I did kind of talk about that a little bit. I gotta talk more about that. But long story short, Xander does wind up catching Sarah, in the park. And again, like I said, I'm not really too much of a fan of this whole thing. Now, again, when Sarah gets there, Sarah and Anna start fighting. And, Steve and Kayla come there later on. And, Anna's like, yo, can't you do something? Can't you, like, lock her up or, put her in a hospital or something like that? And, Kayla's like, yo, I can't do that. Like, she has to present a danger to herself or somebody else. And even though Anna's like, yo, she pretty much just attacked me. It's kind of like, when Sarah's like, oh, well, she attacked me first. And long story short, Sarah's like, I'm not leaving. And at this point, I'm like, well, Tony, you letting her stay? I mean, Steve and Kayla pretty much just like, yo, listen, at least we know where she's at. Right now, she's not really herself. We don't want any harm to come towards her, so it's kind of the best solution for her to stay here. I'm like, wait, what? Listen, I'm not Anna's biggest fan, but you're having this woman who's practically coming out of her husband, and you're just like, no, we'll keep her here. And Tony's like, well, we'll keep her here for now. And Anna's like, I'm sorry, what? I mean, this whole thing is just, well, it's just pretty stupid. But I I I know that they're trying to stretch out this storyline by not actually having her be the real Sarah, and I don't know how long they're gonna keep this whole she's being Renee for. Like, how long they're gonna sit there and keep that? Because I'm gonna be honest, well, obviously, like I said, I'm annoyed by it, but I just want to know how long they're gonna sit there and keep that thing going on. Also, in the previews, it looks like Justin and Bonnie are back. I was wondering when that was gonna happen. Like, I mean, I knew that because he also plays Nat on GH. just kind of sit there wondering. Every time I sit there and watch that show, I was like, yo, bro. I mean, listen, I'm enjoying it as Ned, but when are you gonna come back to the other show? Because like, I always find it very weird that that he's on both shows, but apparently he's not the only person that does that. It's kind of odd, but okay, sure. Hmm. Let me just double check my notes. Oh, and Jennifer includes, well, pretty much catches Jack and Jennifer up to speed as far as everything that happened on the island. And as she's safe, they're obviously going to be going back to Boston. Now, I'm kind of curious, was this the same Jennifer that left? Like, okay, the Jennifer that left when they first said that, we're going to be sent, they're going to Boston and heading up this um this new newspaper or whatever, was that the same Jennifer or was that a different, because I feel like the Jennifer that's here now wasn't the last Jennifer that left, and they've been going back and forth to a point where it's like I'm getting kind of confused. I think that's about it. I know this video came out a little bit later than I wanted to, but I was feeling kind of off today. Like, it wasn't like I was, let's say this, I guess I was feeling kind of sick, but not really. Some felt off. I'm a lot better now, but some felt off. It actually started around 11 o'clock. I've been like off ever since then. But I'm starting to feel a lot better now, which is great. Because one, I want to feel better, and two, gonna be going, bleh, gonna be going to see the Batman movie tomorrow. So I am hoping that whatever this is, it will pass by tomorrow. Because I'm seeing that movie. That's gonna happen. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are about this whole Sarah thinking that she's Renee Dumont. Like, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.